Hello and welcome to this yoga class to help you feel an emotional release. So sometimes when we're working through the body, emotions and feelings can just suddenly come up because we tend to store our emotions inside of us. So when we start stretching and moving, we give our emotions space to actually move around in the body. Now I know that sounds really spiritual and woo-woo, but it's absolutely true, and there's been a couple times where I've either done it myself or I've seen other people in yoga classes just kind of suddenly bursting into tears or giggling or just getting even angry because this emotional release is happening in the body. And this kind of thing can also happen when we just let go and be as well. So this is why it's really good to focus in on the body, even if it's just for 15 to 20 minutes, just to give yourself some peace from your mind, right? So let's start in a comfortable seated position, either cross-legged or ankles in front of the pelvis, whatever feels more comfortable for you. We're going to keep the hands on the knees, release the shoulders down, close down the eyes if that feels comfortable. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Really kind of sigh it out. And again, big inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. This time, big inhale. Hold your breath at the top. As you exhale, you're going to release the shoulders and sigh it out. Okay, well done. Keeping the hands on the knees. Let's inhale. Bring the chest forward, so lean forward. Move it over to one side. As you exhale, you're going to round through the spine, hollow out the belly. Move it over to the other side. Inhale back to the front. Exhale behind. So making some big circles with the spine, just getting a little bit of movement into the hips, into the shoulder blades, into that spine. Every time you come forward, you're inhaling. Every time you go back, you're exhaling. The next time you come back to the front, you're going to switch directions, go the opposite way. And just notice how your body feels this way, because what tends to happen is we always pick the easiest side first without even knowing it. So just notice if this side feels more tighter or you can feel more in the body. For me, I definitely can. Just a couple more breaths here. And then come up to sit nice and tall. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath at the top. Imagine this energy rising from the base of your spine all the way up, 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 out, up, out through the crown of your head. Keep holding the breath. Exhale, release. Okay, our next movement. Now, you might feel a bit silly doing this, and that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to come over onto our knees. If you feel uncomfortable on your knees, feel free to stay cross-legged. We're going to actually bang the floor, and we're going to say hard, hard, hard. So it's like howl, but it's a sound, a r, but your tip of your tongue is touching the top of your mouth as you say it. Howl, 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 howl. Okay? So we're going to bang and go, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to bang the floor and go hard, hard. I'm going to lean forward a bit just so I'm not banging on my mat and it's loud. Hard, hard. Really bang it. Hard, hard, hard. Moving that energy. Hard, 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 hard. Don't bang it so hard that you're hurting your hands. Hard, hard. But we're transferring that energy back into the earth. We don't need it anymore. Ha, 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 ha. Now you can take this both ways. One way is kind of like we're banging it out. Keep saying hard. The other way is that every time you touch the floor, you're also getting energy from the earth up into you. So whatever energy you don't need, you're sending it out. Whatever energy you do need, you're sucking it in. Just a couple more. Okay, sit nice and tall, hands on the lap, hands on the thighs. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath, close down your eyes. Again, imagine that energy rising from the base of the spine, up, 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 up. Notice how you're feeling. Exhale, release. Release the shoulders. You might feel that energy through the hands, through the arms. That's all that energy releasing. Come back to a natural breath. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then let's come over onto all fours. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. Let's inhale, drop the belly down. A couple of cat-cows, look forward. Exhale, push the mat way around the spine. Look back towards your thighs. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, back. Inhale, down. Exhale, back. Okay, we're going to take this into a bit of a movement now. So stay in your cat pose with your belly sucking up, looking back towards your thighs. Then shift your bum back towards your heels. So as if we're getting ready for a child's pose. Now from here, we're going to drop the elbows a bit, look forward, open the chest, bring yourself forward, arch the back, come back to all fours, cow pose. Now come back to cat, round the spine, drop it back. Inhale, come up and forward with your arch. Exhale, reverse and round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's do one more. And then make your way back up to all fours, shoulders above the wrists. Tuck the toes. In fact, bring your hands out a little bit further than your shoulders. It's going to give you a bit more space to come up into downward facing dog. Slight bend of the knees. Push your chest back towards your thighs. Let's paddle out the legs here. Straighten one leg. Rebend, straighten the other leg. Rebend, straighten the other. Rebend, straighten the other. Bend both knees, look towards the top of the mat. Big step up. Come into your forward fold. Feet hips distance, slight bend of the knees. Upper body's folded over. Slowly grounding down through your feet. Rise up, let your arms dangle, your head dangle. Come all the way up to standing at the top of your mat. Palms face forward, mountain pose. Okay, let's warm up the body now with some sun salutations. So let's inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to plank. For your first one, lower your knees. Lower your chest down to the ground. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, baby cobra. Your belly button is still on the ground. Elbows hugging in. Exhale, back down. Tuck your toes, push back up onto your knees. Downward facing dog. Slight bend of the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Big step up with the opposite leg this time. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms come out to the side. Up, hands above your head. Hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank. This time, option to do full chaturanga. If you're doing full chaturanga, hover over your fingertips, shoulders above your fingertips instead of your wrists. Lower halfway down, keep those elbows hugging in. And then option to drop the pelvis to do cobra, or you're going to slide forward a little bit, come onto your hands and your feet for upward facing dog. Wherever you are, then come back to down dog. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Big step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, come up to standing, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, sit back to plank. Your version, either lower the knees or full chaturanga, cobra or up dog. If you're in up dog, you can come straight to down dog. If you're in cobra, lower down, then come up onto your knees and then down dog. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Big step up with the opposite foot again. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, come up to standing, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, bend the knees. Just come back down onto your knees. And we're going to come into our frog pose. So if you have sensitive knees, grab a blanket or a cushion to protect your knees here. We come to all fours to start with. We're going to tuck the toes under. Open your knees as wide as they will go. When they're as wide as they will go, look behind. Bring your ankles in line with your knees, toes pointing out to the side. Okay, so you're flexing your feet. Then drop down to your elbows. Now this is the position that we're going to hold here. If you're not feeling anything, shift your hips backwards slightly. You might even just shift it a millimeter and feel the difference. If you're feeling this in your knees, pad them up, okay? Get some pillows, get a blanket, pad them up. You don't want any pain in the knee here at all, okay? I've torn my meniscus before. I know what that feels like. Pad your knees up. And we're just going to hold this for a few moments. So what I would like you to do here, slowly breathing in and out through the nose. I want you to try to relax anywhere that you're feeling any tension. So whether that's the hips, the arms, the shoulders, the inner thighs. Every time you breathe, imagine that your exhale can soften those muscles. Now what tends to happen when we hold on to emotions is they get stored in our sacral chakra, which is around our hip area. So when we focus on opening the hips, that is where we can release a lot of emotions. So it's normally poses like this where people will suddenly get that flood of emotion. So don't, just be aware in case that happens to you right now. It's completely normal. But this is also about letting go, okay? Concentrate in your mind on your breath and just letting go for a minute or two. So I'm just going to leave you in silence for a moment so you can feel into your body. Just a quick note here to make sure that you are feeling a stretch. If you're not, shift your hips backwards, open those knees wider, make sure that you can feel a stretch. This is part of yin yoga. And yin yoga is all about finding the comfort within the discomfort. So you're finding that stretch, you're finding where it's uncomfortable and you're releasing into it. You're just letting go. Relaxing, letting it be. The more you can trust yourself to hold things that are uncomfortable, the more you can bring that off the mat and into your life, the easier life will actually be. This is how we bring yoga off the mat. So it might just look like poses and working on the body, but actually we're working a lot on our mind here. Can you keep holding this even though it's uncomfortable? Okay, last couple of breaths in this pose. And slowly coming up onto your hands first. Bring your toes closer together. Bring one knee in and then the other knee. I always like to sit back on my heels for a second. Just feel your hips closing. And then we're going to come down onto our back. So make your way over. Slowly lower all the way down, hugging the knees in when you get there. We're going to take the left leg out long, hug the right knee in. And then we're going to bring the right knee over to the left side, maybe using your left hand. Right arm is going to come out in line with your right shoulder. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a twist going on. Now make sure here, to start with, that your right shoulder's touching the ground. And then bring that right knee across as much as you can until that shoulder starts to lift. And then maybe just hold it there. It's okay if the shoulder comes off the ground. The aim is eventually to keep both shoulders on the ground. And then you're going to look up to the ceiling or look over your right fingertips. Close down your eyes. And we're just going to completely relax here, okay? So this is where your shoulder might start to lift, and that's fine. I want you to completely let go. Not necessarily looking for a stretch, just releasing. And this is also where your belly can make funny noises, because we're twisting the organs here. Okay, come back up to center. Take your right leg out long, hug your left knee in. Same thing other side. Keep your left shoulder down. Left knee is going to come over to the right side. Left arm out in line with the shoulder. Close down the eyes, either looking up to the ceiling or looking over your left shoulder. And again, relax. Just completely let go. Release that right leg that might be holding on to some tension. Slow breaths. Just notice that sway in your body as you breathe. And just take notice of where you've been tight today, what areas you might need to work on that could also be holding tension. Come back up to center. I'm going to hug those knees in, gently rolling over onto one side and slowly pushing yourself up to seated. And to end today, just to really awaken the rest of the body and just to get things moving, we're going to tap, okay? So we're going to tap at the top of the head, around the back of the head, around the ears, the forehead, the cheekbones, cheeks, the jaw, the neck, the collarbones, top of the chest, down your left arm, right arm, under the armpits, side of the chest, belly, back, the hips, the bum, the thighs, the upper legs, the lower legs, the feet. Take a big inhale, sigh it out. Let's bring the arms down by the side. Let's inhale, sweep the hands up, hands come up above the body. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this class today. I hope that you are feeling a little bit more of an emotional release. Sometimes it can take a while for the body to open up, so I would really recommend that you keep practicing this kind of yoga. If you do feel like you struggle with anxiety more, then make sure you watch the video that is coming out next. I will link it on the screen if it's already out. And if you are struggling to stay consistent, because it is consistency that really helps you loosen the body, then this is where my membership can come in. Right now I've got a 5-day free trial. We go live twice a week on Zoom, and inside there you've also got courses and challenges to really help that consistency. So go and check that out, and I will see you next time.